You're listening to the Inside the Mix podcast with your host, Marc Matthews.
Hello and welcome to the Inside the Mix podcast. I'm Marc Matthews, your host, musician, producer, and mix and mastering engineer. You've come to the right place if you want to know more about your favorite synth music artists, music engineering and production, songwriting, and the music industry. I've been writing, producing, mixing, and mastering music for over 15 years, and I want to share what I've learnt with you. Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Inside the Mix podcast. As always, if you are a new listener, don't forget to hit subscribe. And if you are a returning listener, welcome back. Now, this is a very short and bonus episode of the podcast because I want to introduce the podcast mini-series that is going to be starting in the next episode. So it's a 5-part mini-series on audience growth and engagement. So what is this called? It is called the Audience Growth Accelerator Challenge. And if you follow the podcast on Instagram, you've probably seen me post tips with regards to audience engagement. Now, the idea behind this podcast mini-series is to help you, producers, musicians, artists, to grow engagement and your audience on social media in particular. Now, it's not specifically for one platform. Now, I use Instagram, and when you listen to the challenge in the next few episodes, I'll actually go through why you should focus on one episode. So the idea is each episode, they are relatively short because it's a 5-part series. You can take something away and use it there and then immediately to hopefully grow your audience and engagement. So at the end of each episode, there will be homework for you to complete. Now, please don't be put off by the term homework. I probably would be as well if I were to hear it because I'm an ex-teacher and the idea of homework isn't that appealing to me. But it is really straightforward tasks and there is only a maximum of 3. And the idea is that you follow each episode, all 5 episodes, and complete the homework. And then by the end of the series, you'll start to see some growth and engagement. And of course, I want to hear from you. I want to hear what went well, what didn't go well. So at any point that you are undertaking this challenge, as I'm well aware this could be listened to or will be listened to retrospectively, just Instagram, DM me, or alternatively, email me insidethemixpodcast@gmail.com and let me know what went well, what didn't go well, how it could be improved. As if this particular sort of mini-series goes well, it's something that I want to do again in the future. So you might be wondering, well, why have you chosen to focus on social media and music marketing, growth and engagement? Why haven't you focused on music production, mixing and songwriting? And the reason is that this is a big pain point for artists and producers. And I'm being an artist and producer myself, and also with the podcast, it's always a pain point for me, and it's always something that I'm learning and developing. And I just wanted to share with you what I've learned over the last sort of 18 months when I've been growing the podcast and growing that engagement. Now, you'll hear next week when I go through these tips and tricks that I'm not overly focused on numbers in terms of followers. I'm more interested in engagement and conversations, whether that's shares, likes, comments, and DMs. And that's where I focus more. And obviously, it is a growth accelerator, but that's growth in terms of engagement and following. So the tips and tricks that I go through are essentially the tools that I've magpied from other producers, other podcasts. So it's going to cover things like creating a social media plan, identifying your target audience, social media trends and how to use them, real TikTok and structure, best practice, understanding what a call to action is and how to use a call to action, and getting down to the fundamentals of social media and being social. So folks, hopefully I've sold it to you. As I say, the objective is to help you grow your engagement and your audience on social media, whatever platform it is that you use. And if you want to be part of this challenge and receive emails from me throughout the week and also benefit from my 5 essential tips for boosting audience growth and engagement guide, then you can click on the link in the episode description and you can sign up for that today. Once again, I cannot stress this enough. It is entirely free. There is no obligation. There's no cost for this involved. It's just me giving back to you, the audience, in terms of what I've learned and what has helped the podcast grow exponentially sort of over the last 18 months. So once again, go to the episode description, sign up for the challenge, and download that 5 essential tips for boosting audience growth and engagement guide. You can get started today, kickstart, get ahead of the game, get ahead of the curve, and hopefully by the end of the challenge, you'll see some growth and engagement. And as I said before, please do let me know how you get on. I will read and reply to every comment, and good luck with the challenge, folks.